of submission. The law of submission. James chapter 4 and verse 7, please. James chapter 4 and verse 7. Please read with me. Let's read as a church. Ready? 1, 2, read, please. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Did you say full stop there? Full stop. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Then it now says, resist the devil from the standpoint of that submission, and it leaves you with an assurance consistent with Genesis. Remember, resist the devil and he will flee from you. So when you resist the devil and it does not flee, the problem may not be the devil. The problem may be from the position you are resisting him. Are you getting what I'm saying now? It says, submit yourselves therefore. Remember, the intention is to be free from the devil, but he says start by submitting yourself therefore unto God, and then resist the devil and he will flee from you. Write this down. You are only as powerful as your relationship with the authority that sends and backs you. You are only as powerful as your relationship with the authority that sends and backs you. You are only as powerful as your relationship with the authority that sends and backs you. Please look up. If I told you right now, or if you saw a picture of me and the US Secretary of State, would that make any effect, or would that create any effect on your perception? Let's assume you've been trying to look for a US visa and you see me snap with the US Consular General here in Nigeria, and probably the one in charge of Africa, and then you see me snap again with the Secretary of State. Would you want to know me? Would you respect me? Why? Because the fact that I have this level of proximity with them, enough to have a photo, it tells you that you can leverage on that relationship. When people say they are close to government or close to power, as we call it, even if we don't like them, we seem to respect them. You are as powerful as your relationship with the authority that sends and backs you is concerned. So every time spiritual power is far from your life, it's also telling us the level of your relationship with the authority that sent you and the authority that backs you. In every nation, there are people who, even though, regardless their political office, we say this one is close to the president, this one is close to the prime minister, and you will be surprised that the official person you were to meet, you can bypass that person because you are looking for results. You can even meet a little girl simply because she's the president's daughter. Is that true? And you are talking with her, whereas officially there was a route to follow. And the lady says, okay, let me talk to my daddy for you. And she talks and says, I spoke to my father and he said, come and see him tomorrow. And everybody is angry, you didn't follow the right way. So, well, he has asked me to come. Are you getting the point now? Listen to me. Submission is a very powerful mystery that has not been understood in the body of Christ. That there is no individual who sustains the power within himself. Now, I have taught here, if I recall, that the nature of the dominion that we have been given as believers is not absolute dominion. There are two levels of dominion. There is absolute dominion and there is shared dominion. Is that true? Yes. So the dominion that the saints have received is not absolute dominion, it's shared dominion. Shared dominion is like the light you have in your house. You have light, but it depends